Brought to you by Lister Pros TV, streaming from Tempe, Arizona. And we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. This week went by very, very fast. It's crazy how fast weeks go by nowadays. New Year's off to a great start, but I'd like to welcome you to the rebranded How I Built It show. We previously, for the past couple years, have called it Loan It and Own It, but I decided to take a different direction and not just have it geared toward just the real estate industry. I started bringing on entrepreneurs from all different facets. Last week we had a higher up at U.S. Bank come in, and I still love bringing my realtor partners in. Today we have Gabrielle Montano from Tierra Bella Realty. We're always going to have real estate agents and stuff like that, but we're going to take the show in a different direction.
Because we're the best.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to take it in a different direction and just and open it up to all entrepreneurs, to allow them to tell their story, because a lot of what your friends and family, anybody who's a business owner, you know what they do, but a lot of what we do is because of how we got there and the story behind it. And that's probably the most interesting thing about an entrepreneur is the journey that they took to get there. And so How I Built It is going to be about our local entrepreneurs in the community, small business owners, and all of them, to allow them to tell their story and connect with you guys on a different level. So welcome to the first ever How I Built It show. First, we got to give a shout out to our sponsors. First and foremost, Seth Banda from Empire Title. Thank you for always sponsoring the show. Seth has been a supporter for many years now, not just on the show, but in all our business. And then we have Abe Bodden from Insurance Progressive of Arizona. Abe just bought a house a little bit ago, so congrats, Abe. Abe's an awesome insurance agent if you guys need a quote. And then last but not least, Yvonne Hunter from Platinum Home Warranty. Yvonne, Platinum Home Warranty does something different, and a lot of home warranty companies, they outsource, all the servicing. When you call somebody to come fix your dishwasher or AC unit, they outsource. And Platinum actually employs a lot of the people that they send out to service. So it's not necessarily using third parties all the time. So Platinum's a great home warranty company. If you guys need a home warranty, especially going to the summer, I'd highly recommend making sure your home warranty didn't expire, and getting a new one or renewing with Platinum. So thank you to all our sponsors. You guys have been awesome throughout the years, and here's to many more years with the rebranded How I Built It show. This show is brought to you by me, the Augustiniak team at Prime Lending, your preferred lender for refinance, purchase, renovation, whatever you need to do, we do it. So thank you for always supporting and watching. But today is not about me. It's not about the sponsors. Really, it's about our guest, Gabrielle Montano from Tierra Bella Realty. Are you a native to Arizona?
I am.
Very cool. And you're a Cardinals fan.
Yes, of course.
You told me you're a Cardinals fan.
Yes.
Can we do the shout out now that you want to do about Super Bowl?
Well, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
It's good timing because I don't have the option to root for my Cardinals,
Okay.
but I will definitely do a shout out to some of the biggest fans for the Patriots that I know, dear friends, clients as well, but mostly friends, the Shong family. They're some of the most passionate Patriot fans out there.
How passionate, though?
Very passionate. I cannot even imagine the party they're going to have. And I love them dearly. So just want to do a shout out that I'm rooting for them. And that's it, because, Cardinals fan, but we got to root for somebody, and they're very passionate about their fan base. So the whole family is amazing. So
Okay,
I
Sean
love 'em.
family, you just got a special shout out. You'll get the only shout out today.
Rooting for you.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, let's get to you. So,
Back to me.
as an entrepreneur in the real estate industry, I mean, you experience the ups and the downs, and you go through it all. Okay, but let's rewind and tell everybody kind of like when you got into the industry, what you did before that, why you got in the industry. So rewind it way back.
Way back.
Like
Let's go way back.
You went to high school here. What happened?
Well, I did grow up in the heart of Phoenix,
Okay.
downtown Phoenix. It was very different then, but now it's the beautiful Coronado district. So that's literally where I grew up, where the ballpark is,
Nice.
all of that. So that's where my heart stayed. Even though I love the East Valley, I also lived in the West Valley. So I've been all over town, know the valley like the back of my hand. So that's really where my passion is for real estate. But if we back it up, I did banking for about 14 years.
Wow.
With Chase Bank, and it was, I'm dating myself, but it was Valley National back then. So I started in banking. I was a personal banker towards the end, and then moving forward, I ended up doing mortgage as well. I was a loan officer for a short period of time, and then did processing.
Pound it for the background. Shout out to our mortgage friends out there.
Yeah, so I mean, all of it helps. And also for 9 years after that, I did title work. So I did title reconveyance for home. And that just enabled me to really know the different angles that come with the real estate industry.
Yeah.
The deed of trust, all the back end paperwork. So I know the process. It not only has helped me love what I do and obviously the customer service that I provide, it helps me actually connect with different vendors in the industry. For example, loan officers and title reps and things like that are going to have that level of customer service that I provide, that I take passion in providing. So all of that, I mean, I also, we were joking a while earlier about working with GoDaddy. I worked with GoDaddy for about 9 months. So that has also helped me, with my websites and, all the tech stuff that happens with that. I like being a little bit of a geek, and I got into that for a while, and I loved it. But, all of it I feel gravitated towards, what now is my passion. I got here the hard way, literally. So I've worked my way, used my knowledge to my clients' benefit, and it's really, really it,
So what was the last job you had before, like actually a corporate job or anything like that? What was the last job you had before making the jump into real estate?
Right before, I want to say is what
Was that GoDaddy?
Well, probably GoDaddy, and then the bank, because after that it was a small mortgage broker that I worked for, and then the title work was also a home-based business that I had. So
is it true GoDaddy has treadmills that you can have at your desk?
I never saw them.
I heard in the
Maybe
the past couple of years they have treadmills at their desk.
Darn it, I'm going to have to go back because that would be really cool.
I know,
but
right?
I didn't see them then. They had a lot of coffee because I worked third shift. So
Oh man.
Yeah, we had a lot of coffee. Imagine me on coffee, right?
But like, so all this buildup, right? It sounds like, and I get that probably happens a lot to entrepreneurs, is the buildup of something pushing them to just say, I'm done with all this other stuff. But you had buildup in a different way. It's not like you came from a random industry and got into
just
real
jumped
estate.
into it.
You were in banking and you're looking at finances. Then you were in mortgage and you were looking at all the loan stuff. And then you were in title and you were doing that, and you worked with real estate agents a lot.
Right.
So like, what was this constant emotion that you were experiencing in all those things that had to have been subconsciously building up?
Honestly, the level of, and I mean no offense by any means, but
honesty is the best policy.
Honesty is the best policy, right? There's a lot of our market that's underserved.
Yeah.
For example, my bilingual clients, our Spanish-speaking market, I'm very underserved, and I'm completely bilingual. Do not make me speak Spanish on microphone. There's a lot. There's a lot of niches that are underserved, and I find that's what pushes me and forward and towards a bigger passion and doing it right doing it different, doing it the way it's supposed to be. That's basically what fuels me every day. What can I do to do it better? And at the same time, have fun with it. I love what I do, and I don't know if you ran into my new logo on Facebook, but I love her. It's I created that, and I have fun with it, and that's the best policy, is to have fun doing what you're doing. Otherwise, you wake up and where's the passion in anything that you do? So I really love what I do, and I love having fun with it, getting out of my comfort zone, trying new things, meeting people, getting uncomfortable, feeling nervous, because who doesn't want to feel that first date feel, right?
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to feel that?
Today.
I felt today, first date jitters. Yeah, first date jitters.
She started getting more nervous as the countdown. There's a countdown on her screen, and she's like, "I'm getting worse." But that's like the feeling of being alive, right?
Right, exactly. If you're not uncomfortable, you're not growing, is the way I look at it. So I try to do different things that ultimately benefit my clients, but they will speak for me if you were to ask any one of them, no matter what it takes. I know you see me in a dress today, but I have gone down to my scrubs and helped, do a clean out or whatever it takes. Whatever the situation, I will do it, and that's just who I am, and I have fun doing it. I go home and I feel good about everything that I do every day. So, and it's different every day. That's what I love about it.
Do you remember exactly when you decided, like, I'm going to go jump into the real estate side?
Well, it was probably, this is going to sound kind of like I'm going a sad way, but I'm not, I promise.
It's okay.
It was one of the worst times of my life, just a period of my life where I had to either make it or I was going to break.
Yeah.
And
like
I
it was
think
just, you were done with the constant.
It was more personal stuff going on. But at that point, life is going to bring you situations that way where you're either going to make the decision to let it break you or it's going to make you, as cheesy as that sounds. And I was literally at that point in my life where I had to make a decision on something that was going to provide for me and my children, and it was something that I was going to have passion for. So I made the decision. I jumped in. I had considered getting into it actually about maybe 5 years prior, and getting into flipping homes and things like that. So I'd considered it, but my family situations, I wanted to give it everything I had or nothing at all, is the way I looked at it. So it was the right time. Timing is everything, is what I hear. So I wanted to give it everything I had, and the timing was right, and I jumped in. Just how we do that jump, and when we're kids, we plug our nose and we jump into the pool. That's what I did. I just jumped in, full force, all in.
Did and you probably had, from working in title and being around agents and working in mortgage, you probably had a good perception of like what not to do and the things you like.
My standards.
You probably naturally develop these boundaries of, okay, I like, because you'd have realtors come in all the time, and you'd have realtors that you were talking to on the mortgage side, and you probably, correct me if I'm wrong, but you probably looked at it and said, oh, I like that they do that.
Exactly.
Oh, that guy screwed up.
Kind of like we do in life, really. As we go through life, we mimic and we learn from other people, hopefully things that we see that are something that's going to make us grow, and we do learn from each other. We learn from what we read, what we see, interactions. So I definitely learned a lot along the way from the people that have, just taught me so much. My dad has always taught me to be strong. He's one of the strongest people I know, and he raised me. So just the people that are around us teach us so much about who we are, but we don't really realize as we're doing it. We're growing, we're becoming the humans and adults we're going to be. Mm-hmm. And, hopefully we make a difference in people's lives, and they remember us somehow.
Do you, even though you had that skill, I'll call it a skill set because of your experience in those other industries, do you feel like your skill set gave you more preparation when you jumped in, or were you still just nervous as hell?
I was nervous. It's completely
but
different.
But you knew more stuff.
Right. And that's what I appreciate that now, because in retrospect, I see how it all, they were all small pieces that added up to where I'm at now.
Yeah.
So yes, I was familiar with the industry, but I didn't know it at the time. You just don't until you're here and you look back. Like when I was invited, so thank you for inviting me, by the way, but when I was invited, I saw the title, which is great. I saw it and I said, well, what did, it got me thinking. And I think that was one of the, not that I didn't stop and realize it before,
Yeah.
but I didn't have that moment to just really soak it in.
Yeah.
And realize, how I got here overall, because I didn't know it then.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it then. So, for example, when I first started in real estate, I was doing new homes. The first year and a half, I've been doing this for over 7 years now, and the first year and a half about, give or take, I was doing new homes. I got my new home sales training, and I did new homes for different builders in the East Valley. I moved from the West Valley here, so that was my way of kind of jumping in and getting to know the Valley on this side of town. So that's what I did the first year and a half. And then my journey began, as far as going out on my own.
Well, it's easy. I mean, now, X amount of years later, it's easy to because we're going a million miles a minute.
Right.
It's easy to take a breather and look back on everything that you've experienced. So I'm glad that it made you reflect.
It did. It definitely did. And I mean, you reflect, but you just keep going.
Yeah.
You keep going. You keep doing what you're doing. But it's good to reflect and have that appreciation for what got you here. And sometimes it takes, for example, everybody that comes into our life brings a purpose. And being invited here actually gave me that. It gave me that time to reflect and really soak in how I got here.
Yeah.
That it was all little bits and pieces that led to where I'm at, and why I love it. It kind of grew with me, because you're right. Everybody along the way offered knowledge, examples, good or bad, but we take from that and we learn from it and make something of it. So
Yeah.
that's basically how I got here.
Wow. So, all right. So now we know the backstory, right? and I stalked you a little bit on Facebook.
Okay.
So tell us about your business now. Obviously you've been very successful so far. And you have many more years of success to come. But I saw that
Thank
you
you.
were big on dog adoption.
I love pups. I sometimes I joke. I love people. Okay, but I love dogs more than people.
They can't talk back.
I know.
Well, they can.
No, they're always happy to see you. Always. They're so unconditional. Unconditional love is something that I think we lack as human beings.
Yeah.
We judge,
especially
your dog-
nowadays.
Yeah, exactly. So I just think that your dog, no matter what kind of day they've had, they will always miss you, always wag their tail and be happy to see you, and they're so unconditional in their love.
Yeah.
So that's
Well, I mean,
why.
it's true. I mean, I was in Dallas last week, and I presented to a lot of people about, everybody's talking about millennials and technology and the next big thing. And, my message to them, especially for millennials, is, for us in any referral service level type industry, that, technology is there and social media is there, but it doesn't replace what we do. It's
Human
a
contact, right?
tool for us. So, it's like clothing. I feel now more than ever that the human interaction means more, because social media and technology, we're numb to it. That's what we do naturally. That's what we do before bed for an hour, That's it doesn't bring, it doesn't
You're going to admit to that, huh?
Oh yeah. 30 minutes an hour, It does, but it doesn't trigger as many emotions anymore as it used to, because that's the norm now. So, going back to old school approaches to business, the things
Right.
that matter, the human interaction, being intentional, like you were talking about the dogs and the unconditional love, that's what we need back in the business for the people who are going to be successful over the next 10 years. They're the ones who, in analogy to the unconditional love like a dog, but they're the ones who are intentional in those relationships. They're not just
Right.
surface level. What happens now? People meet somebody, they become Facebook friends with them, and now they consider themselves all friends. But that's not.
Do you really know
yeah.
them?
Do you really know
Right.
them? Are you surface level?
Why do you think I do door knocking? I mean, I get, a lot of people don't know this, but I get nervous
Yeah.
every time when I'm parking my car. I get the butterflies, I get nervous, but I go out there. That's why if I ever knock on your door, it'd be nice.
So you're still okay. Wait, I want to segue into that. So tell us about your business style, because I think that's something interesting for somebody who has that belief. So you're still old school door knocking.
Because I want that face-to-face contact. I think my personality, I think I can get along with just about anybody.
Yeah.
And I have got a door shut in my face. And I'm like, okay, have a good day. Have a better day. But, I don't take offense to that. It's not personal. I'm there to provide a service. This is a sales industry, but I look at it like I'm in the service business. I'm there to provide a service, fill a need. If you want to sell your house or buy, or you're looking to buy your home, I want to provide those resources. I want to be the source to the source, whatever you need, even if they're thinking about it. All right, I have people, let me connect you. Even after closing, I like to follow through. I like to stay in touch with people. And I get calls, I get text messages. Hey, my home warranty is about to expire. What do you suggest? And I suggest you reach out to Yvonne. I'm kidding. No, like reach out to your company.
That plug was sponsored by Platinum Home Warranty.
No, I love Yvonne. And you know why?
Why?
Because she's so great. It's hard for me to find, you wouldn't think it's that difficult, but it's hard for me to find people that just will treat people the way I treat them. Every client, I strive, like it's my transaction. What would I want for myself? I want someone fighting for me. I want someone doing the best for me. And when I met Yvonne, I told her this. I walked up to her after a class that she was at, and I told her, I said, I just wanted to come give you a hug, because all we had is phone conversation. And then I had met her in person, and I had to go give her a hug because she cared. Like one of my most important recent clients, it's not always perfect. It's not a perfect science. Things get messy sometimes, but what you want is a good team behind you that'll help pick up the pieces and fix it, make it better, do their best for you. So she did that. I had to go thank her personally for doing that. So I want that. I want that of all the people I work with, because when most of my business is referral based, and it's family or friends of family, or however it goes, and what that means is they were happy with their experience. It wasn't perfect, but they knew that I had their back. That's what matters to me. So working with people that do the same thing and feel the same way is really important to me.
It's not about the problem. It's about the solution and who's there to be there. And that goes back to the human interaction thing. It's like a marriage, right? And this is actually the example I gave in Dallas.
Just kidding.
But in a relationship or in a marriage, if you don't put work into it, if you're not intentional about it, if you don't give it attention, if you're not active in it, if you don't do those things, if you don't have a purpose to it, then that marriage and our relationship is going to fail. And the same thing goes in relationships between lender and realtor, from realtor to title, to realtor to home warranty, to realtor to clients, to lender to clients. Every little thing is like a relationship. And if you don't have that, then it's going to fail and it's not going to last. It's going to be surface level, and you're not going to motivate your clients to refer you. The difference that I notice as a lender with real estate agents and insurance agents and everybody referral-based business is, a lot of people think of it as a transactional base, but they don't look at the 10 transactions down the road over the next 5 years from that individual. Right. And the difference between, receiving a referral or not is the motivation that you give that person to refer you, the want to refer you.
To be remembered, right. To
be remembered.
You want to be remembered as a positive thing. If we think about it, the purchase of someone's home is the most important purchase, not only that they will accomplish, but in our retirement, it is the biggest asset we own. Mm-hmm. So, that's what gets more important than that, other than family, and which is the same in one. It's like your family is your home and your safety zone. So, it's a challenge sometimes, trying to keep relationships where I can confidently refer my clients to them and know that they're in good hands. So, it really wasn't a plug. It was an appreciation, because I thought about her. But no, I do get phone calls still.
I have to plug her.
Yeah, I don't. I don't. I wanted to. No, but my clients still reach out to me. My point was that they still reach out to me afterward, and they ask me questions. Yeah. They get letters. I just got one from the Wenzels the other day, and they sent me a letter, and they got it from their servicing company, and they want to know, well, what does this mean? It doesn't end at closing. It's a relationship. I'm not going to be every Sunday barbecue. I promise. I won't invade your family home, but it's
unless there's really good barbecue.
Right. Exactly. If there's really good barbecue, I'm there. But, I want them to think of me even after closing. No matter if they need something, if a friend or family needs me, I'm here to answer questions, whatever I need to do. So it doesn't end at closing either.
Yeah. What see, I told you how fast this is going. Do you know we're already 30 minutes in?
Oh, you do know my name's Gabrielle.
Yeah.
Short name, Gabby.
Okay.
And growing up, that was one of the things every grade school teacher ever said. And I'm like, yeah, get a new one. They always said, you don't have to honor your name because I'm really Gabby. So I knew that wouldn't be a challenge. I just didn't want to get nervous and be overly chatty or anything. So
No, you're good. See, are you more relaxed now?
Yeah, a little bit.
Right? We're just chill here. We're just talking. But you were awesome. Is there one moment in the past, let's say 7 years, that trial and error, right? Fail forward, all that motivational stuff. But is there one moment that you learned something that has stuck with you? One experience that has stuck with you, or anything that or it could be just a positive thing that stuck with you and you're like, wow, that was so awesome that happened, or there was an issue that you were a part of solving that was so awesome for your clients, or just anything that you was so impactful in your journey.
One of the biggest things, like I said, there's different underserved niches or just things that we come across, but one of the biggest things that has probably, I'm a crybaby. You're gonna make me cry, but anyways, I won't cry. One of the biggest things that are my passion that I've come across over and over again is helping my single moms. Mm-hmm. Because I think even though we've advanced so much as far as equality and everything, I think when I've come across, literally, I don't know if you'll believe me or not, but a lot of single moms, they're raising their kids, they're trying to make it on their own on a single income.
Oh yeah,
and they truly don't believe that they can qualify.
Oh, all
right?
the time.
And I get that, and I've helped not just my best friend. I've helped her friends. I've run into multiple single moms that I come to, and I said, why are you still renting? And they tell me why. They're used to the two income, and unfortunately, most of the time, the male counterpart is basically the main breadwinner, right? Yeah. And that's just how it typically is, because by nature, I'm not gender, I don't get gender sensitive there, but for the most part, moms tend to stay with the kids. Yep. An exception of a lot of great stay-at-home dads that I know, mm-hmm. But for the most part, that's just how we go.
You evened out the judgment there.
Well, yeah, one of my really good friends is a stay-at-home dad, and he's amazing at it with two beautiful twin boys. So anyways, that's my point, is I've come across that, and single moms I think they don't believe, sometimes they just don't have the full confidence, and to be able to contribute to that and give them the yes, you can do it, and then get them with a good lender that will help them, and qualify for down payment assistance programs. And they're like, what? They're mind blown, right? So I love that part of it. And I've had the pleasure to actually help quite a few of them along. And when I go home, they don't know this, but I have a big cheesy smile on my face, and my heart is just glowing, because I've been there.
Yeah.
And every client, every situation that I come across, that's a blessing to me. I take something from it, because I'm a human too, and I have my life situations, my life passions where I've learned, I have fallen, I've gotten back up, and all of that just gives me fuel. And when I help someone like that has a specific need, and I feel it, I've been there. I'm a single mom myself, and I know the struggles, and I've gotten off my feet, and it's not been easy, so I know the feeling.
Yeah.
So when I walked away and I literally have tears in my eyes and my heart is just full of love, they don't know that. They don't know what they've done for me. They don't know that. But that is probably one of the biggest, most impactful things that I've gone through that I appreciate, and I've taken something really big from.
That's awesome. It's good. That's very... very
you
powerful.
Almost made me cry.
That was very powerful. I know. I love it. You don't hear that a lot. You don't, because there's a lot of transactional based people wanting the money,
right.
But sometimes it's not about the money.
It's not about the money.
It's about
money comes and goes, and we don't take it with us. We do take our life experience and how you touch people's lives. That stays. Yeah. It stays long before we're gone.
Yeah.
Long after we're gone.
Well, we're gonna end it there.
Okay.
That was good. No, but thank you guys for watching.
Thanks
Gabrielle,
for inviting me.
Thanks for coming
awesome.
on to tell your story. We actually went overtime. Look at that.
What?
You were nervous. No, that your story is amazing, and I think it was a great start to the rebranded show. It's great what you do for single moms and dogs, and you love dogs, and you're just a very loving person. It's great to see that in the real estate industry.
Thank you.
We want to give one more shout out to our sponsors as we wrap up the show. Empire West Title, Insurance Professionals of Arizona, and Platinum Home Warranty. Thank you guys for always sponsoring the show. You guys are awesome. This show is brought to you by the Augustino team at Prime Lending. If you guys have any questions on refi, purchase, or just seeing what you qualify, like Gabrielle was saying, a lot of people just don't even know that they qualify or that they can purchase a house. So if you're just curious to see what you qualify for, if you qualify, start somewhere, set yourself a benchmark, create that foundation to start from, and then go up from there. Lister Pros, thanks for producing the show as always. You guys have a wonderful weekend, and we'll catch you next week.
Thank you.